Hello, my name's Colette. Welcome to your first weekly tarot card for 2016. This starts from Monday, the 11th of January 2016, and it's a good one of my favourite cards in the deck. It's card 7 of the Major Arcana, and it's called the Chariot. Now, in the traditional decks, the more traditional decks than my Rorig deck, it actually has a charioteer with two sphinxes or two horses, and he's in his chariot race, and he looks very commanding and very much in control, and also quite serene for being part of a chariot race. And it's wonderful because it brings out the energy of, the fight in people, the sense of self-determination and bravery, and as well. I always think of the old film Ben-Hur and that massive chariot race at the end, where it's really just sheer determination and sheer willpower that takes the Ben-Hur himself to kind of success. So if you're too young for that, look it up. Chariot scene, Ben-Hur, that's the chariot. But in this deck, the Rorig deck, which is my favourite deck and the one that I answer questions from, etc., this card has a Formula One racing car on it and a racing helmet, and it looks very, very different to the traditional decks, but its basic meaning is the same. If you think of a Formula One racing car, the driver drives it. It's not the car. Okay, the car has to be a fantastic thing, but it's nothing without the ingenuity of the driver, the skills of the driver, the determination to win of the driver, and the sense of the understanding of how quick thinking on your feet, tiny manoeuvres can change things very, very much. It's about understanding that you have the power to do a small thing that can have a massive effect on the direction you're going in any one time. So I actually love the modern aspects of the chariot here. Have a wee look at it closer. You can see the Formula One racing. The helmet actually has, like, in the visor, has like some sort of star system or galaxy or universe, and it's just an amazing card in the Rorig deck. I absolutely adore it, and I hope you can have a wee closer look at it now. So the words associated with the chariot: self-determination, in a way bravery, sort of pig-headedness, I suppose, the sense of making determined, thought out, but maybe quickly thought out ideas and decisions. And for the week ahead, that's the general meaning of it. It's quite an upbeat card. It tends to pull the power back to the person themselves, which is nice, because sometimes the power's with other people and, we feel powerless. There's a lot of flooding, a lot of bad weather at the moment. A lot of people are feeling very, very as though they've no control of their lives. So the chariot coming for the week ahead is very much about taking that control back a bit and understanding that there are things that can be done, even if they're little small things that can change things to your benefit. Okay, so very, very general cards. Think, about Formula One racing. Think of maybe the way that they have to change their mind very, very quickly. Sorry, there's a bird flew past the window there, and I honestly thought it was coming in, but it missed, which is good. Sorry about that, but I'm not redoing the video. It's actually really, really ready to snow outside. It's absolutely beautiful. Trees are very, very bare, but it's absolutely lovely. But snow is coming, winter is coming, probably in about 5 minutes, actually. Anyway, chariot card. This is why when I teach the tarot, or used to teach the tarot face to face, that it normally took far longer than I had set time for, because I do sort of get distracted and go off on tangents. But chariot card for you in the week ahead. Let's think about it in career. Right, so self-determination, the feeling that you want and need to make changes for you, not for anyone else, but the sense of you. The career cards, that if this was surrounded by career cards in a general spread, it would be such a wonderful combination because where career's concerned, this is the week, if you use this influence, that you'll start to feel as though you're determining your own way forward in a big way, even if it's just small steps like doing a course, looking into other jobs, all these things connect with this card this week. So kind of take your power back this week with the Chariot and determine where you're going. Okay, in health, normally quite a good card in that it can bring that sense of, again, self-determination. I'm doing that fitness plan, I'm going to look after what I'm eating, all sorts of things like that. For me in health, though, particularly if it's got some negative cards around it, it brings attention to what I call the body's chariot. And the chariot to me is the lower bones, the hips, the knees, the ankles, the things that basically are our chariot. And it can focus your attention on that area. So it's important, particularly if you've got aches and pains, arthritis and stuff, to look after the lower back, the hips, the knees and the ankles and the feet this year. That's your chariot. It's got to get you from A to Z. So look after your chariot this year. Sometimes people start to find things going wrong with their car, with the chariot, or the opposite in a good way. They want to buy a new car, they need a new chariot. That could all be focusing, and that's not really a health thing, but again, at a tangent, I have found that when this come out, people do tend to focus on their cars as well. Right, so that's career and health. In love, it can be a wee bit bullshit. It's very much like, okay, I've kind of had enough of you and I'm doing it my way now and I'm going to take us forward. Not necessarily I'm doing this for myself. It's when you look at a relationship and think, right, there's things I need to do to make this relationship better, but in doing that, I have a better degree of control, not obsession, control or whatever, but that sense of this can work. How do we move forward? But remember, it's not about dragging the other person with you. It's your chariot race. So whatever you do with your relationship, it has to be coming from yourself. You have to be determining which way you want to take the relationship. And it's a very, very strong card. So in many ways, it can take people forward within a relationship. But I have seen it that after many years, some people saying, do you know what? I've had enough. I'm going forward myself and determining my own future. So it can be good for relationships. It can be negative, but maybe good in the long run. For wealth, it's good because it means that by doing little changes, but sort of thought out, determined changes, then you can move towards a better way of living with more stability, more wealth, and a sense of being more in control of your wealth. It's good for people that like to follow a frugal pathway, particularly in January, if not all year, because sometimes after excesses of Christmas and New Year, that's when we should be getting out our sort of notepads and noting down what we've got, what we haven't got, trying to budget in a determined way, meaning that we then might be able to afford that holiday later on in the year, or just to know that we've got enough every month when bills come in. This is actually quite funny for me because it's covering two things. I actually have, I've been doing all my budgeting because I do a yearly budget every January, and it really, really helps. But also in the back of my mind, earlier on this morning, is my car needs its MOT soon. And she's an amazing car. She's 15 years old, but she's only got 60 odd miles and on her wee diddly thing that goes round, whatever that is, her meter. And it's just that, anybody would be saying, oh my goodness, the age of your car, but she's young in her heart and she's young, and I really hope she makes it through her MOT and I can keep her for a while because I absolutely adore her, to be honest. So you see the way the tarot interacts, and it's not just like this card, the chariot means this, it means this, it means this, it means this in the area, this means in another area, and before you know it, it's amazing what this one card of the charity is giving us this year. So I've wobbled on and warbled on a bit today, probably wobbling as well, but I'm delighted to be back to this channel. Can't wait to do more videos, the weekly tarot card, the question and answer sections that you can ask me things every month, more magical stuff, more how-tos, and I'm really looking forward to making this channel all it can be. So that's why I'm probably a wee bit this morning. I'm actually quite excited. This is the first video I've done this year, and I love it. I'm getting to absolutely adore this. Plus, yesterday there was a lovely feature done in the Motherwell Times on my book, The Prescription, and it's just really lovely to see it all half-page thing, and I really enjoyed that. So I have to say thank you to the Motherwell Times this week. And anyway, I'm all excited about the channel. Please join me, subscribe, interact. If you want something, then just leave me a wee note, or you can get me on Colette Clairvoyant Facebook page. Tell me what you want and I'll try and do it, and let's make this a little community. So for the week ahead, self-determination, control, a sense of what you want to do and going after it with the sort of bravery, the determination, the self-determination of the charioteer or the Formula One driver. Okay, see you quite soon. I'll definitely see you next week for the tarot card again. Thank you for watching this and thank you for joining me. And if you like it, leave me a thumbs up and interact, talk to me. Let's get this moving for 2016. This is the year of this channel and I'm really looking forward to it. So many blessings for just now, and have a nice charioteer week ahead.